on his face, I wanted him to have the texture of like a chicken feed bag. But unfortunately, I do not have any chickens, despite all my campaigning to get chickens. And it'd be kind of weird to just buy a bag of chicken feed without chickens. So instead, I found these ribbons that kind of had the similar texture. And then I just sewed them together. And then I just followed the steps of what you would do if you wanted to make a really bad pillow. Where you take 2 pieces of fabric, good side to good side, then sew it into the shape that you want. Flip it inside out, and then stuff it. Stuff it real good. Also, because I use ribbons for his face, there are very noticeable lines that kind of give off this, how do I say this? Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface motif. Which, unfortunately, is quite hot. So I attached the head to an old pillow that I was actually using at the time. Even though Slenderman is hot, I want my scarecrow to have face. So I modeled the face after Rankin Bass stop motion films. And I just attached it with this really underground material known as hot glue. Little fun fact, a little Liviye fun fact. I actually have a permanent scar on my leg from hot glue. I was sitting crisscross applesauce on my bed doing something with hot glue and it dripped right onto my ankle and it like made a little dent in my skin. And it's still there. I'm looking at it right now. It's still there. It's kind of crazy. I also have another burn on the back of my leg from a motorcycle because I'm like really cool. But that's a story from another time. Well, not really. Actually, it's not that interesting a story. It's just that I got on the motorcycle too fast. So I burned the back of my leg and now there's like a permanent like circle where pigment doesn't go there anymore. Wow, Liviye, you are an amazing storyteller. You should really start your own podcast. If you have not noticed, I actually detached the head from the pillow. That's because, well, the head was like a little floppy and I didn't really like that. So I did what I know best to fix it and stuck a stick up his ass. Someone once commented that I look like Arya Stark, and I really want to believe that because someone else commented that I look like Jon Lovitz. So, the plan is I'm just going to follow the already pre-made stitches, stitch this arm, or stitch this half of the arm, and then stitch this half of the arm. Well, after I stuff it. Yeah.
I thought you was gonna watch. Oh, you are watching it. Okay.
Thank you. Can I get a towel, please?
Yeah.
If you thought that was such a good idea, then you might be the other half of my missing brain cell. Because if you did not notice, I flipped the jacket inside out before sewing it, which I don't really know how the science works exactly, so I don't know how to explain it, but me doing that caused me not to be able to flip it back. And for some reason, I didn't check that with the first sleeve, so I just went in directly into doing the second sleeve the exact same messed up way. And for the little cherry on top, I used the smallest stitch witch on my sewing machine, which means that seam ripping it would have been extremely tedious, and I really didn't want to do that because I was already like upset. So my solution, I'm going to cut off the sleeves and just reattach them. And that's so simple. How could I mess that up? Huh? What's that? I sewed the arm upside down? Okay, I'm just gonna move on to pants. Surely I could not mess that up in any way. So, because I'm, conscious of the environment, I'm gonna be using plastic Walmart bags. Do I say Walmart weird? Walmart. Walmart. I'm going to the Walmart. And so after I got him all stuffed, well, stuffed as much as I can because I ran out of material. I then sewed the pants onto him.
He's a little limp wrist. Honestly, kind of fitting.
Although I had finished his hands, I still felt like something was missing. No, not that.
Oh my gosh, she's bald!
So I put the hair in the one place that it really matters. So I used my bag of fake hair, not to be confused with my bag of real hair, to give him a little spice. Also, I want to thank my mother for making yarn. Also want to thank my mother for making these little yarn spiral. I want to thank my mama for making these little yarn spirals and for not asking any questions because she trusts me and respects my art and I love her so much. And with that, I am now done. Am I satisfied with this project? Honestly, I am terrified. I finally understand how Victor Frankenstein felt when he created something that he fears. And I don't know why I particularly fear him, because scarecrows really are just giant dolls, and I love dolls. I sleep surrounded by dolls. But there's something about what I have created that scares me. It's because he is the size of a human being, and it triggers that uncanny valley, human instinct to run away. It also doesn't help that I slept right next to him while I was making him piece by piece. You might be thinking, why did you do that? You could have just put him in the closet. And I want to be telling you this, that makes it worse. Somehow him being in the closet and just not seeing him makes it worse. So I'm just gonna put him in my shed and never give him feet so he can never follow me. Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. And if you didn't celebrate this year, mainly because you were alone, you might be surprised to find out that you're not as alone as you think you are. My Amazing Spider-Man DVD shipped. Woo! Ooh, yeah, yeah, boy!
Okay, here's how it works. Here's how it works. The seer opens their eyes. They get to see someone, right? And then it's werewolf. Yeah. Right? No, werewolves then seer. Werewolves then seer. Werewolves very first. So how? No, but werewolf Mason. Yeah, werewolf Mason seer. Because I know that because I went to 3 minutes. And I opened my eyes and everyone's eyes were closed. Maybe that's when you f***ed up. No, I swear to God. I f***ed up so bad the last 2 rounds. First round and